Hey y'all. So I got back from the grocery store and I was about to separate all my meat and I was like, okay, let me show you how I do it. Now, what I always have in mind is the space in my freezer. I used to have an extra freezer. I don't have that anymore. So I try to do things to save space, waste, and of course money. So I separate things proportionately. Now, normally I would buy chicken and stuff with it. Today, I only bought hamburger and um, pork. That's what was on sale. So that's what I got because I already had chicken. So the first thing I do now, I bought ground beef and ground round, and I mixed the two together because I like the flavor of the ground beef, and ground round happened to be on sale too, so I got that. And I usually only buy what's on sale. So together, the ground beef and the ground round was cost me somewhere around $21. So I always get everything I need ready because I like to keep my meat as cold as possible until I get it in the freezer. Um, so I have a scale. You may or may not. You can eyeball it. Um, my I make my hamburger patties first. I always like to keep hamburger patties frozen, already ready. All I got to do is take one out or 10. It doesn't matter, whatever I have in there. So I make them, freeze them, and just drop them in a gallon bag, and they're always ready. So I usually make about 8 of them with whatever I have, and then the other I will portion separately also. Um, so I have one of these hamburger presses. My mother bought this probably when they first come out in Tupperware. They came with a lot of these little things here, the bottom piece, but over the years we've misplaced them. So the first thing I do is I get me a piece of wax paper and I put in the bottom. It's just easier to pop them out that way. I put that on. Of course, you can do the same thing by just pressing them in your hand. Just always press down just a little bit in the middle so that when you do take them out, thaw them, and cook them, they don't make that big ball on the top and they'll be a little bit more even. So for my hamburgers, I do 4-ounce burgers. I've already made my little balls here, or I was working on my last one. Um, so I just take and make me a little ball. Usually a 4-ounce is like a quarter pounder, and it fits in the palm of my hand, so I kind of can judge that pretty good. Because I like them all to be the same size. That's exactly 4 ounces. I like them all to be the same size so they all cook at the same time. So I will press, turn. Now that didn't come out real pretty, so I will just kind of mash the edges here a little bit. Make sure it's pretty. And I always mash down in the middle a little bit. I lay them on a pan. I lay them out. This goes pretty fast. Pop it out. I love this hamburger press because it just makes things go so much faster. The ones that used to come with it was so that you could just stack them in the freezer the way you wanted them, I guess. But we never did use them all. And then they got misplaced or used for something else. But as you can see, if I do 4 ounces, 2 ounces, it's whatever you like. Actually, I miscalculated. I'm going to make 6. I'll put this back. This will be my last one on that pan. Well, then I forgot. So I forgot my side piece. Now you can also make you one out of find a lid or something that's got a little bit of a side on it. That's the right size. Lay your parchment paper or wax paper down. Do the same thing. So I've already made 6 of these. Now I will cover those and lay them in the freezer. They get froze. I'll pop them off, drop them in a gallon bag, and I'm done. I'll let somebody else cover that for me. And so I'm done with that. The other thing is I have a, I forget what the thing's called. Anyway, it sucks the air out of it. Food saver. And I use a round, I buy it or have it in the roll. So I pre-make my bags so that they're always ready. If you buy pre-made bags, they're very expensive. So this saves a little money. Now you can also do what I'm doing if you want to put them in a freezer bag. So what I do here is I have figured out what I need for most meals is 3/4 of a pound of ground beef or whatever it is I'm using. So I get an idea, not quite. That's 3/4 there. I'll go ahead and do this one so you can see what I'm talking about. I put it in the bag and I mash down. Now, I try not to use my hands because my hands are hot. So I use my rolling pin. And I'll roll it flat really quick. Because if you roll it flat, you can stack them so much easier. And I like them neat. Then I will vacuum seal it. And I have a marker just for my freezer bags. I used to not have one of these, and I did the same thing. I just used gallon bags, or now they sell a half gallon, and for us, that is perfect. Okay, so now that's off. So then I take it, and I'll put that it is ground. I always put beef, even though I have ground round in it. And I'll put 3/4 pound because there may be, at some point, I want to make more than that or less. And then I'll see how much flatter that is. Now, if I take that out of the freezer and it's solid, I can drop it in cold water and have it thawed out in 20 minutes. This is an awesome way to save space, time, everything. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my others, and then I'll come back and show you how I do my pork. Okay, so I got all of my hamburger sorted, vacuum sealed, bagged away. I wound up getting 2 packs of 3/4 pound for a meal, like spaghetti, hamburger helper, whatever you want, meatloaf. And I got one that was 1 pound. And I got 6 hamburger patties and all of that for $21. I think it was just around 21. Now I'm doing my pork, and these come in, I've already got most of it done, so I know you wouldn't want to watch me get all that done. So they come in a long pack at my grocery, and they were $5.89, and it came with about 12 little country style ribs. They're boneless. Now, you could freeze them just like this, because I've done that, in case you want to barbecue or you just like the longer style. What I do is, because there's 2 of us most of the time, and I cut them up, I portion them in each bag enough for 2 people. Now, if I don't need that much, I'll be able to take out what I want and zap the rest back up. Or if I need more, I'll just take out more bags. So I've got another bag here that's almost full. That's enough for one person for a meal. Now with this, I use like, I guess you'd call it, some people calls it poor man's steak. So what I use them for is, you can put them in soups and stews and things like that. My favorite is to use them like little steak bites. And just, there's just so many meals you can use them for beef tips and rice, even though it's pork. Because if you flavor them right, they're awesome. And they're tender if you cook them right. So what I do, I always have dedicated, I've got 4 cutting boards, color coded. I leave my red one for chicken, and I have different ones for different things. And I just cut them in small pieces, is however what size you want. And I put them in the bag. My knife's getting a little bit dull. Now I lay them down in here so that, again, they take up less space in the freezer. They stack on top of everything. So these are, I make my chunks about a 1/2 inch thick, somewhere around that. I'm not exact. Like I said in one of my other videos, I am not a perfect cook. I'm just a good cook. And I try different things. If it don't work, I try something else. The other thing is, if you like fajitas, you can also use this in fajitas. You just cut them the other way. Okay. So that's enough for that bag, and I'm gonna finish this up and put them in a bag. Because if you think about it, if you portion all your food for however many you have to feed, you're going to save money because you're going to have less waste. Now, if you do have any left over, you can always put it in the fridge, because I do that a lot. And so here we go with this. So I will wind up with 5 meals out of this for 2 people. 10 if I were single. Just feeding one person, that would be 10 meals. Think about it. If you fried these up a little bit, put them with a little rice, that would be awesome. So you can see I lay them flat. I do work quickly because I like to keep my meat cold. I've seen other people come back and they pile everything up on the counter and then start. I do not do that. I will leave it in the refrigerator until I'm ready for that particular item, because I don't want to let my meat get warm. So at this point, I will just zap these 2 up and I'm done. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at a $5.89 for that 1 pack of ribs. So I got 5 meals for 2 people at about $1.17, $1.20 per meal. Not per person, per meal. So if you just watch the sales, separate, and remember, you don't have to have a food saver for this. You can always do it in Ziploc bags. This will save you a ton of money and a ton of stress. So we'll probably be doing other videos on how to prepare and store for meals. But, and if you have any ideas, drop me a comment and let me know. Until then, you have a good evening. Thank you.